Morrissey has cancelled UK and European tour dates next month after campaigners accused him of supporting the far right and threatened to hold a protest party to coincide with the show. The singer's management cited logistical problems beyond our control when breaking the news to fans last night. It came after the artist's manager dismissed an anti-racism party to be hosted near one of his Manchester gigs as bull organised by an attention seeker. Former Hacienda DJ Dave Haslam was set to lead the protest to coincide with the singer's show at the Castlefield Bowl on July 8. It was in part a response to comments made by the 59-year-old performer in support of jailed English Defence League founder Tommy Robinson. A statement on the singer's Facebook page said last night, "Due to logistical problems beyond our control, the UK European Morrissey concert scheduled for July will be postponed. We deeply regret any inconvenience to the fans and promise to reschedule UK and European dates as soon as possible." All original purchasers from official ticket outlets will have the full ticket fee refunded, including booking fee to their credit debit cards. Refunds from ticket agents will be actioned from midday on Monday, July 2nd. The former frontman of the Smiths was also scheduled to play his home city on July 7th and has also scraped dates in Reading, Portsmouth and Edinburgh. Morrissey was criticized earlier this month when he said Robinson's jailing for breaking contempt laws by filming outside a court was an example of how Britain's biggest political parties are against freedom of expression. Share this article. Share. It's very obvious that Labour or the Tories do not believe in free speech, he told Tremor. I mean, look at the shocking treatment of Tommy Robinson. Haslam announced his anti-racism party in The Guardian, telling the paper it was in response to Morrissey's divisive views and his support for the far right. But Dexter Management's Peter Katzis retorted that Haslam is a has-been who has never been a fan of the former frontman of the Smiths. In a statement released on the Star's official Facebook page, Mr. Katzis said, "Let's get real. Former Morrissey fans have not organized anything. That has-been Haslam character was never a Morrissey fan. And his agenda, stated as using music to spread peace, could not be any further from the truth. He is simply using the situation to gain some much-needed attention to himself. Apparently his golden years have not been kind. If he really wanted to make a political statement, he would make one about the politicians. But no, that is not what he wants here. He is using this platform for his own agenda. At the end of the day, bull is still bull. We are in the business of creating music and performing music. We are actually not in the business of politics or bull. We'll leave that to wannabes like Mr. Haslam." The vegan singer has a history of controversial comments, and once, when discussing animal cruelty in Chinese circuses, said, "Did you see the thing on the news about their treatment of animals and animal welfare? Absolutely horrific. You can't help but feel that the Chinese are a subspecies." In April, he sparked fury by saying, "Halal slaughter requires certification that can only be given by supporters of ISIS." He also said, as far as racism goes, the modern loony left seem to forget that Hitler was left-wing. Earlier this month, Morrissey's former bandmate, guitarist Johnny Marr, said he disagreed with his views. Mr. Haslam has been contacted for comment. More from the mind of Morrissey on assassinating Donald Trump. I would, for the safety of the human race. It's not for my personal opinion of his face, or his life, or his family, but in the interest of the human race. I think he's a terrible, terrible scourge. On the Shadow Home Secretary, I haven't ever voted. I don't have sufficient faith in the circus of politics, and you can see why. It is a moral disaster on every level. Even Tesco wouldn't employ Diane Abbott on the Mayor of London. The Mayor of London tells us about neighbourhood policing. What is policing? He tells us London is an Amazon city. What is Amazon? This is the Mayor of London, and he cannot talk properly. I saw an interview where he was discussing mental health, and he repeatedly said mental. He could not say the words mental health. On the monarchy and Olympics, the dazzling royals have, quite naturally, hijacked the Olympics for their own empirical needs, and no oppositional voice is allowed in the free press. The spirit of 1939 Germany now pervades throughout media brand Britain. On Anders Breivik's Norway massacre, that is nothing compared to what happens in McDonald's and Kentucky Fried SHT every day. On the Manchester terror attack, Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham says the attack is the work of an extremist. An extreme what? An extreme rabbit on Thatcher. The sorrow of the IRA Brighton bombing is that Thatcher escaped unscathed. On Bayance, the rhino is now more or less extinct, and it's not because of global warming or shrinking habitats. It's because of Bayance's handbags. On Madonna, Madonna reinforces everything absurd and offensive. Desperate womanhood. Madonna is closer to organized prostitution than anything else. On comedy, if I met Vic Reeves, I'd have no desire other than to smack him in the face. On black modern music, I don't have very cast iron opinions on black music other than black modern music, which I detest. I detest Stevie Wonder. I think Diana Ross is awful. I hate all those records in the top 40, Janet Jackson, Whitney Houston. I think they're vile in the extreme. On Nigel Farage, I nearly voted for UKIP. I like Nigel Farage a great deal. Source: iNews.